The basic story of my narrative piece is that a girl finds this kind of like mysterious box, and inside of it has these normal looking headphones, and she goes and she puts them on one day, and that she finds they don't work like normal headphones. Once she puts them on, she's like that in a different scene, a different world. Her clothing's different, her hair's different. The world around her automatically looks different. That every time she tries to skip the song she's playing to, like, puts her into another completely different world where she's in a different outfit again and different scenery around her. And every time the anticipation, the intensity kind of increases, and these scenes get a little bit darker and darker and darker until finally she has to take these headphones off, and she does that, and then she's back where she started. Throughout the course of the story, the music and the kind of the color grading on this starts off very light and airy. So we're gonna see nice, like, the color is gonna be more like white and bright and light, and then we're kind of going to more your yellow kind of scenes. Still upbeat, the music is still having the upbeat feeling, and then we kind of bridge into this, like, things start to become a little unsettling, and with that, like, the pieces of color will change, and then we get into that red, like, dark, angry kind of paced scene where a lot of the music with the tense intensity will bump up, and then finally kind of towards the end, when she hits that like climactic point, it's gonna be a very dark scene, very lots of like black surrounding it, where only she's kind of gonna be lit up in the color scheme is what I'm planning. And then kind of finally when she hits that top climactic breaking kind of point, she takes the headphones off, and then she's kind of back in her normal state where she originally started. For example, kind of the typical idea I'm bouncing off right now in one scene is kind of that blue tone, more like sad kind of, I'm looking for either more of like a blues classical kind of music, and with that our character will be wearing more of like a, I've envisioned more of like a dark blue, very classic, more like 50s style kind of outfit to kind of match that idea of what song I have ready for that. And so far I've kind of conducted a small library of royalty-free music that's able to be used in this sort of situation. I'm kind of gonna a little bit build off that when I'm coming to write my script. Another idea I'm kind of bouncing around is this almost obscure jungle scene like thing, and that's gonna be more my green tone, and that's kind of when the things start to be a little bit weird in her eyes is what she's finally seeing. And for that I have a couple interesting set pieces that could have that like nature leaf kind of overgrown leaf kind of feel, which I'm excited to try and hopefully get to use that. And it's kind of gonna have a little bit of a weird side to it, but at the same time it's going to bring in that idea of that she's in a totally different world at this point when she puts those headphones on and hits skip to the next song. This piece is really going to center on the idea of how music relates to mood and how mood kind of relates to color, and for that I'm going to be using a lot of elements like color grading, a lot of artificial light to kind of help sell those colored pieces in it,